Here are some juvenile fiction and nonfiction titles that can help children understand the meaning behind Remembrance Day and appreciate the events of the past that have led us to where we are today. All of the titles are available at the Oakville Public Library. First up, we have I Survived the Battle of D-Day, 1944 by Lauren Tarsis. This is the 18th book in the New York Times best-selling I Survived series. The I Survived series tells the story of a major world event like Hurricane Katrina, the sinking of the Titanic, and the Battle of D-Day, and many others. Each story is thoroughly researched and told from the eyes of a child living during that time. I Survived the Battle of D-Day was published as a commemoration of the 75th anniversary of D-Day. The story focuses on the story of the Normandy landings, the largest seaborne invasion in history, and foundation for the Allied victory in World War II. The story follows Paul, a French boy living in a Nazi-occupied village, who finds an American paratrooper in a tree in his village. He then has the opportunity to play an important role in the war. I Survived the Battle of D-Day can be found at the Oakville Public Library. Next up, we have Danger in the Darkest Hour by Mary Pope Osborne. This is a super edition of the popular Magic Treehouse series. In this adventure, the Magic Treehouse has taken Jack and Annie back in time to 1944 England during World War II. Jack and Annie find themselves right in the middle of all the action, eventually parachuting into Normandy, France, behind enemy lines. Will Jack and Annie be able to make a difference during one of the darkest times in history? This is a great book for children being introduced to easy chapter books. It is action-packed, plot-driven, and full of suspense. Be sure to check it out today. Next we have The Bicycle Spy by Jana Zeldis McDonough. 12-year-old Marcel loves to ride his bike and dreams of competing in the Tour de France. But in 1942, the German soldiers are everywhere, and this makes his dream almost impossible. The German soldiers stop him wherever he goes, even when he delivers bread from his parents' bakery. One day, while on a delivery, Marcel discovers that he is not only delivering bread, but is in possession of dangerous secrets in the form of messages inside the bread that his parents make. He discovers that his parents are part of the resistance and that his new friend Delphine is Jewish and in danger. So Marcel must decide how to help, even if that means putting the people he loves in danger. Kirkus Reviews states, "The Bicycle Spy is, quote, a fine story of war, friendship, and taking a stand against injustice." This book can be placed on hold and picked up at the Oakville Public Library. Next we have some children's picture books. We have A Poppy is to Remember by Heather Patterson. It is a children's nonfiction picture book. It was illustrated by award-winning illustrator Ron Lightburn. This book is aimed at younger children to teach them how the poppy became the symbol for honoring those who fought for our freedom. The text is simple, and included is the poem In Flanders Fields by John McCrae. This is a great book for explaining the significance of past and present wars and Canada's peacekeeping missions in a way that young children will understand. This book can be borrowed from the Oakville Public Library. Next we have A Bear in War by Stephanie Innes. This is a children's picture book that takes place during World War I. It is a great book and a true story to introduce children to the world wars. It is 1916 and 10-year-old Eileen sends a care package from Canada all the way to France to her father, Lawrence Browning Rogers, who was fighting in the First World War. But more than a year later, the teddy bear returned home alone. Eileen's father did not survive the Battle of Passchendaele. It wasn't until 2002 that Lawrence's granddaughter, Roberta, found the teddy, handwritten letters, and other war memorabilia inside a family suitcase. After looking through all of the family history, Roberta knew that Teddy was an important symbol of love during that time. Now Teddy can be found inside a glass display case at the Canadian War Museum and is one of the most beloved exhibits in the building. Teddy has an amazing story to tell, and you can learn more about Teddy's adventures in A Bear in War. Lastly, we have Where Poppies Grow, a World War I companion by Linda Granfield. This is a scrapbook of photos, memorabilia, and stories that offer a glimpse into the experience of World War I. In the book, you will find postcards, pictures, examples of propaganda posters, and pages from training manuals, just to name a few. There are also profiles of soldiers who made it home, back to Canada, and those who did not. This is a great book from a Canadian perspective and will give you just a glimpse into life during the First World War. These are some great children's titles to get you started, but if you're looking for more stories to honor Remembrance Day, check out the Oakville Public Library's website, opl.on.ca, for more fiction and nonfiction titles that you can check out today.